involved with.
Everyone has a gift.
Everyone has a gift. And so I think that in the arts, it encompasses so many avenues
Absolutely.
that people can just come out, and just do it and be proud of what they do.
Absolutely. Well, I'm just going to get a little personal with you. You mentioned that you have daughters. How many daughters do you have?
I have 4 daughters.
4 daughters.
Yes.
And so I'm assuming that they are in the arts. What is that experience like with you as an art director now, and then the experience with your daughters? Tell us, just kind of give us a little snippet about how that relationship is with your daughters and the arts.
Yeah, my daughters have been in productions with me, which is just such a blessing
Yeah.
to see. My oldest has done dance for 11 years. She loves dance and acrobatics, and she does some hip hop, which to me, that's an expression of art. I mean, so she does that. My little 4-year-old, I can't wait to get her involved with the arts. She is just she loves the camera already. And that's what I'm saying. And I have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old. They both love it too. My 12-year-old's more behind the scenes. My 10-year-old likes to be on the stage.
Right.
So, I mean, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like developing the gifts that they have, the talents that they have, and putting that into the creative arts world.
It's just so amazing that just as mothers, as parents, as people who are in positions that are in the church, and I mean, we're such an example, not only to our immediate family, but our community. We have so many things that we pour out of us, and that, I mean, just to see the manifestation of really getting involved with people. I mean, the fruit of that, Now, you said that you have your daughters, and you also mentioned about mentoring. Can you give us maybe a child that you remember that you mentored who maybe was a little shy or didn't get involved, and maybe came out of their shell after experience or going through one of your workshops? Maybe you can share something about that.
Yeah, I had a girl who, she was like, do not put me on the stage. Okay. I'm not going to do this drama team. I'll do whatever else you want. And I said to her, I see qualities in you. I see that you have this gift, but you just need to expand your gifting. So after rehearsals, I gave her a small role. And after rehearsals, we did something called Fine Arts, which is through the Assemblies of God, and it's at convention. They go to convention, and they're evaluated by what they do, and there's like 50 different categories. But we happen to be doing drama at this time, and so she said to me after the experience, she had a smaller role, and then she said after the experience, I want to do this next year, and I might want to do something by myself, like to do like a monologue or things like that. And so it's just amazing to be able to develop, especially youth and adults alike, because a lot of adults, they dream of doing something, but they think, especially out in society, sometimes they think I'm just not good enough.
Right.
And that's what I like to say to people. Please don't tell me you're not good enough. Like, maybe you're not to the level you want to be.
Right.
But let's develop that in you. Let's make that happen.
Absolutely.
And in the church, I think it's just such an opportunity to make that happen with God's help. And we can just really, really develop these talents that people have. And I think that's where the church has a unique opportunity, because we're not doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for God and to show God's love to others. And I think that's why, especially churches should get involved with the community and, outside the walls of the churches, also inside both. So.
Awesome. Now, you mentioned it before. Tell people how that they can get in contact with you again, just in case that they're having questions about productions, maybe wanting to get involved, maybe want to volunteer with you or with Binghamton First Assembly, or have questions about getting involved with creative arts and media that maybe you could answer. Why don't you give us some information about how to get in contact with you again?
Sure. My email is Christy Taylor at binghamtonfirst.org. You can check out our website at at binghamtonfirst.org. We have a Facebook page.
Okay.
You can look at that and see, different avenues of getting involved with the arts and with the church. And our phone number is 607-723-7417.
Awesome.
If they wanted to call the church.
Okay. So now we're talking about just getting into the future. What do you see is the future for youth, for community, for outreach, for creative arts? Like, what do you see the future being like for this genre?
In my role or in the church or?
In the church, I would say.
Okay.
Do you think that the future of creative arts will be viable for the youth moving forward?
Absolutely. If you see more recently, you see a lot of movies being made through churches and like Fireproof and Courageous and God's Not Dead. So you see a lot of, movies going towards that way. And I think churches can be involved with their own original, with stage production or video production, or just bringing the community in and saying, hey, let's partner. Let's do this. Let's, make a drama team to go out to the forgotten, maybe in the nursing homes, or to, children's homes or veterans, to go out to the community and to be a light. I mean, God calls us to be a light to the world. And so I see the arts going that way, going outside the four walls of our church and going into our community, and also bringing the community in to do productions and different mentoring and things inside the church.
And so just speaking also about, again, your future now, what are some other future things that you can see yourself doing in this new role? What are some things that you envision? Yeah,
so our first thing is a Christmas production. We do a full-scale Christmas production, so that will be awesome. And then my role, I think I'm going to start doing some mentoring, getting some teams together. If it's behind the scenes, if it's in the in the front, if it's video, I want to start doing a mentorship program with youth and adults alike. I would like to see teams going out, like I said, to the different children's homes, veterans homes, nursing homes. I've done that in the past.
Okay.
It is so appreciated. I would love to even team up with the children's pastor and the youth pastor at the church. They're great, and they want to go out too, so team up with them. It's just, the possibilities are endless, and I love the arts, and I love networking. I love team, and so
that is amazing. Like, it's just so refreshing to know that there is someone in Broome County, in one of our churches, who are so passionate and dedicated to making sure that not only the youth have a foundation, but people who also may have believed that they have been forgotten, or don't feel that they have a talent, or do have a talent, but, don't want to show it, or hiding it, that, that you're saying, come out as you are. You don't have to, nobody is perfect by any means or any stretch of the word, but we're giving you an opportunity to allow you to be used by the Lord and allow your talents to bless someone else and to encourage someone else. That says so much about, yourself and about the team that you work with at Binghamton First Assembly of God, and also on how your outreach to youth and ministry will not only touch today, but will touch future generations to come. And so, and Binghamton First Assembly has been known for their productions, and so getting back into the production life for Binghamton First Assembly is just such an amazing outreach, and so comforting to know that it's secured and vibrant and still moving forward. And so any other words that you like to say, just in general, just speaking to the people, maybe someone who has given up hope for their talent, just some words for them?
Well, you had asked me about a story before, and something just came to my mind.
Okay.
There was a guy that has been in the church, and he was about 24, 25 when we did a production about 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
And he auditioned for the production and literally blew me away. And he said, I've never acted before, I don't know, I'm not sure. So he ended up getting the lead role, which he was very nervous about, didn't know, because he never ever had done anything like this before.
Right.
And so he became the main role, did amazing, and just since then has been so instrumental with the creative arts in the church. He will now be helping me on the team with the production. So that's why I say it's so important to realize that you're not too old. I don't care if you're 10, 25, 50, I don't care how old you are. You're not too old to find that gift that God has given to you and to develop it.
It's just been so amazing to talk to you, and just so comforting to know that the outreach ministry, for the arts is just vibrant, and just wanting to say to anyone who's out there who is looking for programs for their youth, or looking for ways to get creative, or looking for activities to get involved with, let us, get you connected with Christy, with those who are definitely moving into the arts. There's so many different programs that are out there, but if you are still in doubt about anything that we have said today, just know that God has a gift that is inside of you. We're all born with God's gifts, and so one of them being creative arts, being singing, being dancing, being doing stage acting, media, behind the camera. All those arms and legs work together so that God can use you to bless others. And even if you're in the community and you are interested in creative arts, get into a church or get into a community advocacy program that would allow you to get that experience, get that talent, so that you can be able to further that interest, if you will. So I just want to thank you guys for just tuning in with us this morning, and for being with Christy Taylor from Binghamton First Assembly of God. She is the Creative Arts Director, and I just thank you so much for coming on and being with us. And until we see you guys again, I just ask that the Lord cover you, give you His blessings, give you His mercy, and give you His peace. And we just ask all these things in Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much for watching in, and thank you, and have a great day.